Welcome everybody to Clarington Kia. Today we're going to take you on a tour of this 2019 Nissan Leaf SL EV. This is a full electric vehicle from Nissan. The Nissan Leaf has been out for actually quite some time as a full EV. They've been doing this for a while, and this is a really great find here at Clarington Kia. Just over 82,000 kilometers, no accident history, lots of range. We're going to get into all the details for you. So if you're shopping from home, by the time you're done watching this video, you will know that this is the right vehicle from us at Clarington Kia. Now, I would say what's under the hood, but there's really not much under the hood. We've got an electric vehicle, and essentially we're looking at a 63 kilowatt hour battery pack, and that's connected to an electric motor that's going to give you 363 kilometers of electric range. Ideal range, they say. So, you know, back off 15% of that probably. Let's say 350, 340 kilometers of electric range on this. Now, you can fast charge with up to 100 kilowatts per hour fast charging, or just do home charging like everybody else does, and you're going to save an absolute ton compared to obviously a gas vehicle. Now, I drive EV vehicles. They are absolutely phenomenal. This is no exception to that. We're going to get into some of the cool EV details as we do our tour, but we're also going to inspect the condition of this Leaf so you know exactly what you're getting. Now, the Leaf has 16-inch alloy wheels. These are aerodynamic wheels. They're meant to have airflow around the vehicle rather than into the brakes, because quite honestly, on the Leaf, you won't really need to use the brakes very often. I'll explain that a little bit later when we get to the inside. There is a couple little door dents on the Leaf. So one right here, and there's a few more that I'll point out on the driver's side. Now, with regards to that, ask the sales team what it would cost to have those removed. There is a paintless dent repair team that can come and take out probably all of these to make this car look just that much better. We have LED turn signals in the mirrors. We have this nice little clear port here. It's a little bit of a pedestrian safety thing. I love that. And then as you see, as we take a step back, it is a nice hatchback design, lots of room in the trunk. We'll show you that in just one second. Just a couple more little dings here. So one here, and then one there. Again, just, it's too bad. I wonder where they worked when they drove this, because I'm assuming that's where that's from. Coming around the back, love these boomerang style taillights on the rear. The Leaf badge, nice piano black hatch on the back. And then taking a step back here just to give you kind of a good look at it. Now on the rear bumper here, I always like to inspect this. There is a little bit of paint missing right here, a couple little chips. That can be touched up, or what you could do is you could put one of those rubber bumper protectors on the back and cover that up as well. Whatever is your preference, I'm sure is the right way to go. And then we have a nice rear diffuser on here. I love the metallic paint on the top of that trim there as well. That looks pretty cool. All right, now let's open up the back. So I've put my full-size suitcase back here just to give you a reference of size. Lots of room in the back. I'm going to take that out just for a second here because I do want to show you something else. So now that you can see, lots of room back here. This is the charger that comes with the Leaf. This has just a regular home outlet charger, so I'll show you that really quick. So in here, you can kind of see down there, just the regular home outlet charger. Now this, I'll be honest, will not charge up the Leaf anytime soon. You're going to want to get a level 2 charger installed in your home. We've got the Bose audio system in this as well, and then you can see split folding rear seats in the back. So lots of trunk space. A nice little, I'm going to call it a cottage charger. Maybe, you know, you're going up to the cottage, you leave the car there for 4 or 5 days. It's going to charge up over that time, but it's definitely not for everyday use, I would say. Coming around the passenger side, this is a lot cleaner on the passenger side. I don't see any real door dings or anything here. I think down here, I don't think this is a chip. I think this is just some goo. Yeah, that's just goo that I just got on my fingers. So that's nothing to be worried about there. Coming around to the front, really nice looking front end on the Leaf. We've got LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, some fog lights down below. Taking a step back, nice big front grille, but it's not really a grille because it's an EV, so there's nothing to cool back here. It's just got a really cool kind of design underneath that plastic. And then this is where the charge port is underneath here. I've got this running right now. You can't pop that while it's running. I can show you that when we get out of the car and kind of wrap up the video. It's a good thing to have a look at. Now let's go take a look at the rear seats, and then we'll hop in the front and go over some really nice stuff up there. in the back, I've got this driver's seat moved all the way back to show you there is still legroom, but you'd have to be probably 6'4" to be able to be sitting that far back. Nice leather interior. We have the blue contrast stitching. We have perforation in the back as well. And then these rear seats are heated. The buttons for that are located right here on the side of the seats, which is kind of interesting. Okay, and then non-smoker vehicles rail, no rips, tears, stains, or burns. Front seats are in really nice shape. I love this kind of suede insert that you get here and then on the bolstering as well. I think that's pretty sharp. And a power driver's seat. Okay, now let's hop in. And what to discuss first. Okay, so let's talk about the safety features that you get with the Leaf. So because this is the SL model, this is the top of the line Leaf trim, you get a really good choice of safety features on this. So you have forward emergency braking with forward collision warning. We have lane departure warning, lane keeping assist. We have the blind spot warning in the side view mirrors. We have rear cross traffic alert. We have an around view camera, which I'll show you in just a moment. Adaptive cruise control. But the really nice, amazing one is this blue button here. That is for the Pro Pilot Assist. So Pro Pilot Assist is Nissan's name for their semi-autonomous driving system. That being if you know Tesla, you know their autopilot. It's a very similar system. This means that when you get on the highway, you can set your adaptive cruise control, turn on Pro Pilot Assist, and the Leaf will take care of the steering for you on the highway. That being said, obviously hands on the wheel, let it do its thing, be ready to take over if you need to. That's just a disclaimer. Obviously, you know, it will do its thing. I mean, it's very, very good. And it'll take gentle curves in the road and keep you centered up in the lane and keep you a nice safe distance from the car in front. So that Pro Pilot Assist system is on this SL model, which I think is fantastic. It's a great safety feature. It's also a great feature just for convenience. So definitely give that a shot. It is a leather wrapped heated steering wheel in here. Our cruise controls, radio controls, all that is on the steering wheel. Little shot of the dash here. So we've got 82,024 kilometers. And then you'll see here, what I do like is that they've just kept, if I can get the glare out of the way, there we go. Really nice and simple as far as the battery is concerned, just a simple gauge. Doesn't need anything more than that. Now, you'll notice here it does say, I apologize, it does say e-pedal, right? If you can kind of see it there. So the e-pedal, that is an incredible system, and that's also accessible right from here. And what the e-pedal means is that you do not really need to use the brake in this Leaf except for emergency situations. And how that operates is the accelerator pedal, the one on the right, the one that everybody knows, the accelerator pedal acts as your acceleration, and we're going to call it deacceleration and regenerative braking. I'm sure you've heard the term regenerative braking. So essentially what we're doing is forward to go, off to stop, and the smoother you release the accelerator pedal, the, I guess, slower you would say, the Leaf will slow down. If you release your foot completely, it will slow down much faster. The way it does that is it takes the electric motor, puts the motor into reverse, charges the battery as it's doing so it's collecting that energy and also slowing down the vehicle. So you don't need to use the brake. The only time you would do that is obviously in an emergency situation or something like that. When you come to a complete stop, it will hold the vehicle there. You don't need to put your foot on the brake. You can just keep your foot off the accelerator. It will hold it there until you push the accelerator again, and then you're away driving. So that is why it's called e-pedal or a one-pedal drive system. A lot of different names for it, but that's essentially what that is. Really amazing, amazing system. I might have made it sound more complicated than it is, but you're going to get in, you're going to try that out, and you're going to love it. If you don't, you can turn it off. All right, so that's the nice thing, that you do have the choice. You can turn that off. Over here to our driver's knee, we have our heated steering wheel settings. This is for the steering assist. You can turn that on or off. And then we have the timed charging option as well. Obviously, you want to charge this on off-peak hours so you can save yourself even more money, and you can do that right there. You can even schedule in the infotainment system, you can even schedule it to warm up the car or cool down the car at certain times. So if you leave for work every day, you can have the climate control preconditioned to be ready for you when you hop in the car, as well as charging on off-peak hours. So it's really, really nice. Our infotainment screen, as you see here, a couple more options because we do have the EV stuff. So we have charging stations if you need to locate a charging station. Energy usage kind of gives you an idea of how you're driving the vehicle. Your climate control is available through here as well. Now we do have onboard navigation, all right, which will also show you charging stations when it's updated. That being said, I'll be honest, just download an app on your phone for your EV app, because it's much more updated, or well, that's a bad way. It's more frequently updated than this. Obviously, this is just static from whenever this map was updated. So use the apps you can get on your phone to find charging stations. That's my recommendation. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto is with this vehicle as well. Moving down, so here is our climate control system. What I love about this is, of course, it does have a heat pump, which essentially takes the heat that's generated. You know when like you charge your cell phone, the battery's hot? Yeah, same idea. It will take that heat in the winter and put it back into the cabin, so it's not using as much energy to heat up the vehicle. We have our heated seats up front. We have our power button, our eco mode, our e-pedal, and then this is our gear selector here. This really easy. Over to up goes into reverse, over, down is to drive, P for park. Pretty simple stuff. Now I do want to show you the around view camera system. So we have our reverse camera and then the top down view of the vehicle. So that makes it really nice and easy to park this, whether you're going forwards or back, because you can hit the camera button and it actually gives you now the front camera as well. All right, so no matter if you're parking forwards or back, this is going to be really nice and easy to do that. All right, now last but not least, and definitely not least, is our Carfax. So here we have the 2019 Nissan Leaf, no accidents reported, 4 service records found on file, and then we have done our inspections on the vehicle. So what we are doing for the reconditioning is we're changing the front wipers out. All 4 control arm bushings are being replaced. That's kind of just a suspension component that does wear over time. Replacing the front pads and rotors, replacing the rear pads and rotors. So new brakes all around. So that's amazing. So now just think of that. If you get used to using that e-pedal, these brakes will last you, honestly, probably 80 to 100,000 kilometers, okay? And that's about it. $2,640 being spent. We've got, about $1,200 in brakes and then some suspension work as well. Takes care of all that, so that way this EV is right back up to spec for you. Now I'm going to turn this off because I want to show you that charging port, and then we will wrap this up. Oh, as I was walking out, I forgot. I almost always do. Great Bose stereo that you get in the SL trim only. So yeah, really, really nice audio in this vehicle as well. And then last but not least, the charging port right underneath here. Kind of a cool little spot for it. Okay, so where are we here? Oh, right, duh. 1 charger, 2 chargers, fast charger, home charger, all there, all ready for you to get 360 kilometers of electric range. So folks, you found a really nice EV vehicle right here at Clarington Kia. The next best thing to do is to come in and take this out for a drive. You will really, really love driving this EV, and then you can be gas-free just like I am. That is my Tesla over there, and I also have one of these, an EV9. So my entire household is gas-free, and I can honestly tell you, once you do it, you're never gonna go back. So thank you so much for watching. Congratulations to whoever picks up this really great Nissan Leaf from us here at Clarington Kia.